Hey everybody, this is Anna with Adventures with Anna, and I am back in the Smelly Shack at work once again. Probably will see quite a few videos from the Smelly Shack for VLOGUST because most of my extra bits of time is usually during the day in between customers, or if hubby is actually here at the shop with me, then I got a few extra minutes where I can, make a video and share. I thought this week would be kind of a Tunisian crochet week. I've written down, it says 10, but there's actually 11 things. Kind of cheated. Oh, you can't see that. It's a complete blank screen. Actually, it's not. There's stuff written on there. But I've written down 11 things that I know or have learned about Tunisian crochet in the last couple years that I've been doing it. And I thought I would share those today, and then my next couple videos will also be Tunisian related, with exception possibly for my Thursday video. Might be a little different. But this is VLOGUST day 5. I'm doing good. Just planning on Monday through Friday at the very most. But anyway, 11 things that I've learned or know about Tunisian crochet. Number 1. It's a cross between knitting, crocheting, and weaving. Number 2, there are starting to be more and more patterns out there available on the internet, tutorials or how-tos on YouTube, but most of the patterns that I'm finding for the most part are things like blankets or afghans or sweaters or something like that. Those are big projects. I don't like big projects, not my kind of project. That's why I'm going with the smaller type projects like bags and headbands and hats and stuff like that. Number 3, most of the stitches or stitch combinations that I have seen in books do not have a given name. They are referred to as numbers, but they will be in a category of like basic stitches. You'll have your simple Tunisian, your purl, your reverse, and then the next section might be shell stitches, where you would have several different variations of the shell stitch. So that makes it interesting when you go to make it, because, oh, hey, this is like my Tunisian waffle stitch. That is a basic stitch, I believe, but it doesn't specifically have an exact name that I have seen written in a pattern book. I call it Tunisian waffles. That's what it looks like. Let's see, number 4. Some names that I have seen Tunisian crochet referred to as railroad crochet, railway knitting, crow knit, crochet knit, sounds like a bad word but it's not, crow hook, and I remember back when I was growing up in the 70s, it was referred to as the Afghan crochet because my mom made a couple of Afghans for a couple of my older cousins, and she used the Afghan stitch. My grandpa or my dad actually made her a long hook that he made out of a dowel rod so that she would have a longer hook to do the centerpiece of her Afghan on. Mikey from the Crochet Crowd has some very useful information on Tunisian crochet. I will put a link to his webpage with this information in the description box below. It's where I've learned a lot of my information from, is from Mikey. Number 6, for best results, I have found that it is better to use a hook size 1 to 2 sizes bigger than what the yarn recommends that you're using. So if you're using a Red Heart yarn, a 4-weight or a size 4 yarn, recommend an H. I would recommend using in either an I or a J for your patterns for that. And number 7, it works best if you are a loose hooker. Tunisian crochet works best if it's worked looser than what you would normally do your regular crochet. I am a very tight crocheter with regular crochet hooks, so it has been a challenge for me to try and do Tunisian crochet a little bit looser. Number 8, you can use Tunisian crochet if you do the Tunisian simple stitch as a canvas, kind of like you would plastic canvas, because it creates little squares. And there are patterns out there for doing, you know, cross-stitch designs on your canvas. I've done a little bit of that. I think I've done maybe 1 or 2 things. First thing I did was that pot holder that Mikey put on the Crochet Crowd. The one that he did actually had a flower on it. I did not like the flower. I didn't want to do the flower, so I did a peace sign. And then I didn't like the pot holder, so I ended up giving it to my sister, and she loves it. Number 9, I have personally fooled a knitter with the Tunisian knit stitch. I was kind of proud of that moment. And this person was not a noob knitter or a novice knitter. This was somebody that was a good knitter. They'd been knitting most of their lives. And I was like, hey, what do you think of this? Oh, that's a really neat knit stitch. It looks a little different. And I said, well, it's done with a crochet hook. And they're like, really? Anyway, number 10, obviously I am way too picky about my Tunisian crochet projects. A lot of times I will frog them multiple times until I get them to where I am satisfied with them. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Am I normal? Am I just weird? I don't know. And number 11, I am a complete noob. I do not claim to be an expert. I do not know everything. I am still learning. And I will probably be learning for quite some time. But as I learn, I am sharing with you, because this way it will give me a reference to look back on in the future, and also will help me share what I have learned and what I know with you guys. So there you have my top 11 Tunisian crochet things that I have learned. That didn't sound good. I'm gonna go see what went bang outside. Alright, I just went out and checked. Must not have been anything. Must have just been somebody closing their car door, because I didn't see any wrecks or don't hear any emergency vehicles. Check back with me tomorrow. I think I'm going to show you my Tunisian hooks and tell you what I like and what I don't like about the ones that I have. And then Thursday will be my normal crochet with me, and Friday might just be a surprise. So thank you guys for watching, and I will check back with you in the next video.